Hi there, this is Josh from Literary Gladiators, and today I am here with the book haul for my 9th visit to the Book Garden in Cambridge, New Jersey. And when Ellie from Earl Grey Books was paying a visit, I had to take her to the Book Garden because it has become an essential part to our show. We have our annual meetup there, and I thought that Ellie should be able to check it out and find some books that she might want. I think that if and when she has a book haul, you'll be seeing some of her Book Garden books on her channel, and I will leave links down below. I will leave a link down below to Ellie's BookTube channel, but for now I'm going to talk about the books that I got while I was at the Book Garden. I got some poetry collections, short story collections, and books and novels. And the first thing that caught my attention was Poems from Italy. This is an Apollo Editions, and it was selected by William J. Smith. Drawings by Elaine Raphael, calligraphy by Donne Bolognese, and there's an index of translators, so there are multiple different translators to this one. I think that it's essential that I incorporate Italian literature into my poetry collection, because I don't see enough about it being discussed as far as world literature to the American reader is concerned. But I have one or two other collections, and I have a collection of Italian folktales, and I'm eager to delve into this collection. Next thing that I picked up is The Rectangle, a journal of Sigma Tau Delta, the International English Honor Society, volume 83 from 2008. And I was a member of Sigma Tau Delta while I was attending college, and I was the president of my chapter, which was quite a magnificent feat of mine. It was a very great experience to serve as my chapter's president for a year. And this collection involves a variety. This collection includes a variety of poetry, short fiction, and creative nonfiction. I have the one from the year I was a member, which also includes an anthology of critical essays on different works of literature. I picked up the Complete English Poems of John Donne, edited by C.A. Petritus. I am interested to look into this one. I have some of John Donne's poetry in one of my British literature anthologies, but I'm interested to check this one out too. I also picked up the Complete Poems of A.E. Housman, which includes A Shropshire Lad, Last Poems, More Poems, Additional Poems, and then translations, history of the text, a chronology of the poems, and index of first lines and titles. Next thing I picked up is The Best American Poetry of 2000, with guest editor Rita Dove and series editor David Lehman. and this includes a wide range of poets. I picked up another Best American Short Stories collection. This one's from 1999. It was guest edited by Amy Tan, and the series editor at the time was Katrina Kenison. And this includes works from Junot Diaz, Alexander Heeman, Ha-Jin, Junipa Lahiri, Alice Munro, and many of others, even though some of these names are not necessarily American figures or American-born figures. They definitely contribute something to this collection. Here's the complete list. Probably should have went the other way, but... The next one that I picked up is quite an interesting grab. The Book Garden has a lot of hidden gems and books that you thought you would not be able to get your hands on. And this is stories from the Saturday Evening Post, stories from 1962. And this includes 20 of the best stories of 1961 selected from the Saturday Evening Post by its editors. And the interesting thing of looking at this lens is it gives you an idea of what kind of writers picked up attention, critically speaking, at that time. There is a short story by Ray Bradbury in here, and there's even a short story by Mary Higgins Clark, which is very interesting because you will still see her actively writing to this day. I picked up the collected stories of Wallace Stegner. I was just reading about him, and it just caught my attention. I'm really interested to delve into what he has to offer, and for $3, why not? Next one that I picked up is H.G. Wells' 4 complete novels: The Time Machine, The Island of Dr. Moreau, The Invisible Man, and The War of the Worlds. And for $6, for all 4 of them in one place, as I said with Wallace Stegner's collection, why not? The next one is something that I picked up because of Ari, and that is Loser by Jerry Spinelli. Ari has, time and time again, suggested that we go over Loser, and at some point in time I will consider it for a discussion that we have on our show. I don't know when, but Ari has placed this in the suggestion box on plenty of occasions. I did put Maniac McGee on the schedule, and that went up a few weeks ago. It's a part of the Season 8 agenda. Our discussion of Maniac McGee went up a few weeks ago, and we may consider going over Loser as well. From what I read about it, it is quite an interesting story. Next thing I picked up is The Dumb House, which is a novel by John Burnside. And this has to do with the idea of a world without language, and it has to do with the dumb house being an experiment where people are placed in a setting where they are raised in complete silence. This made its way through BookTube and really picked up a great deal of attention. But I'll be interested to see what I think about this when I get the chance to read it. And the last thing that I picked up is Transit by Anna Seghers, with an introduction by Peter Conrad and an afterword by Heinrich Buhl. And this was translated from the German by Margot Betaler Dembo. And this has to do with a subject that escapes from a Nazi concentration camp and the events that follow. So these are all of the books that I got while I was at the book garden for my 9th visit. I'm thinking that sometime early next year I am going to pay a 10th visit to the book garden. If not sooner, we'll just have to see. I always enjoy going there. Thank you for tuning into this video. I hope you check out some more videos from our channel. I will leave information down below about the book garden, and for now, keep reading.